Hi everyone, welcome to Coconut TV. We continue with the series here at the New York Conference of A Course in Miracles. It is going amazing. I hope that you have found the videos of the previous weeks helpful, truly helpful. We're still going with the theme of the present love, and I'm doing interviews with teachers. And today I have the honor and the blessing to interview someone that is really being truly helpful in the world. He has his own center in Costa Rica, a rehabilitation center of helping people with addictions of drug and alcohol, and using the Course in Miracles to help these people. So I wanted to introduce to you the awesomeness on the left here, Diederick. Thank you, Diederick.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to do a quick correction.
Yes.
Yes, we did start 10 years ago with working with primarily drug abuse and substance abuse, and now it is much, much more helping people to get off medication.
Okay, great.
So help people with, depression is an epidemic.
Yes.
Everybody's depressed, and helping people to recognize what depression is and where it comes from, and then transform that into a present love. That's our work.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually identify with that. My mother suffers from bipolar disorder, and she's on a lot of medications. So,
So when is she coming?
yes, I know, and she loves Costa Rica.
Right.
By the way,
that is such a great example. I mean, there's not a single person that I can ever talk to who doesn't know somebody who's on medication. And the truth is, there is no medication on the market that works. There's many.
I agree with that, because I've experienced
many
that.
different pills that will mask the symptoms, but none that will heal bipolar or heal depression or heal chronic anxiety. That can only be done by love. And so what happens with someone like your mother, she would come to the center. We would provide her with the advice of, we have a number of psychiatrists that advise us, and how to develop a protocol to get safely off the medication. And then while she's doing that, we would bring her back to who she is in truth. And that is the end of depression. That's the end of bipolar.
And that's the start of a new beginning of really having freedom and having a life finally.
Exactly.
Because my mom doesn't really live a meaningful life.
No, she can't.
Yes.
It's being suppressed by the medication.
Wow. Okay, this is a gift. So I want to talk to you about maybe having her go to Costa Rica. And it's ironically enough, she loves Costa Rica. She said she wanted to live there at one point.
Oh, perfect.
So that's all right. So this is the goodie bag. So what we're going to do is you're going to pick a topic, and whichever one you get, it would just relate it to Course in Miracles, and we're also going to talk about the practicality. I actually heard one of your sessions, and I like the way you speak, because it's about practicing it, and you speak it at a very level that's fun, you know? So, all right, so let's see what we got here.
And the winner is...
Miracles.
Miracles.
Yes. Miracles. So we're going to be, the topic is about miracles.
Well, a miracle from, of course, a miracle point of view, as most of you know, is a shift in perception. That's all it is. So it's not turning water into wine, even though we try that often and it doesn't seem to work. Or loaves and fishes don't even happen. But shifting a perception is what happens all the time. And the perception is chosen by the I that I made up. It's chosen by the personality that I think I am. It's chosen by my character. That is where the perception comes from. It is always wrong, because it comes from a self I made up who is not who I am, and therefore by definition it will always be wrong. What the miracle is to recognize that the I that chose that perception is mistaken, is not who I am, and then go to what the Course calls true perception, which is the shift. And that is the miracle. So true perception allows me to see what is being offered in this situation, not what has gone wrong, not what should be different. You heard the example in the talk just now about this person who was falsely accused. That is the perception of the ego. And the ego will want to defend it at that level, but it will never work. The only thing that will work is to shift the perception to, I know who I am. And even if I did what I am accused of, it came from a mistaken identification, mistaken identity.
Wonderful. Well, I wanted to add to that in the sense of, I feel that sometimes people feel miracles are hard to do or hard to create. It's like this whole thing of, but it's so hard, right? Especially when you have an addiction and the work. What would you say to people that would say that it's so hard to create a change of perception? It feels very heavy. or they feel that they can't do it?
Fantastic. The immediate question is, who is the I that says it's going to be hard? That's the I that wants to be right about the perception. So that I is going to say it's going to be hard. But that I is not who you are. So the answer always is, what if it wasn't hard? How would that feel? What if it actually could be done in a split second? What if actually what I'm thinking right now is completely insane and has no validity at all, and I'm willing to surrender to the truth of who I am? How would that feel? And then the it's so hard drops away, because the attachment to it being hard does no longer have any function. I can make it as hard. I mean, the Course even says that fairly early, on page 75 or something like that. It will say the ego is not against you beginning this journey with the Course, because it knows it's going to make it so difficult you'll give up. And that's exactly what it will do. And because the whole purpose of the Course is to recognize the identity that I made up is not who I am. And that is not going to be acceptable, because the only person reading the Course is that identity. So that identity has no validity at all. It doesn't exist. It's something I made up.
That's truly helpful.
Yeah.
That's truly helpful. I get that a lot in my course group. In that's why I wanted to ask you the question. I get a lot of them saying, "Es tan difícil," you know, and I'm like, yeah, exactly what you described. So, but I want the whole world to see that, because I feel a lot of people say, especially course students, they say it's hard to do the lessons, it's hard, to practice this, and then they feel guilty that they didn't do the lesson correctly, etc. And it's a whole domino effect,
Yes,
and it's really not doing the course anymore.
It's all the self-fulfilling prophecy. So as soon as I say this is going to be hard, the other one is it's going to take a long time.
Yes.
This is going to take a long time. And it's justified by, the Course even says that, I think, somewhere, and if it's not the Course that says that, certainly Course Teachers and Tucson saying it a long time. It took you a long time to build the self you made, therefore it will take a long time to undo. That's absolutely insane. How long does it take me to change my mind?
Yes.
A split second.
Yes.
How long does it take me to consistently change my mind? That's a practice. Yes, it is a practice. Yes, it requires discipline. Yes, it requires commitment. Yes, it requires total intolerance for anything other than a sense of well-being. But as long as I'm tolerant of that, and that you'll hear, I've heard this weekend all the time, I'm in a process and it will take a while, but I'm very patient. I'm not patient with it. Why would I be patient with it? I feel like shit. I'm not going to be patient with that.
Yes.
Let me immediately go. I'm feeling something that is not loving. I'm believing something about me that's not true. What is that belief? That's not true.
Yes.
I am love.
Yeah.
Then go back. How do you feel now? I feel a lot better. How long did that take?
I love that you said that about patience. Yeah, I don't want to be patient. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, you heard it here on Coconut TV about miracles, in the sense that miracles, wouldn't you agree, are easy.
Unbelievably easy. It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yes, it is easy. So to wrap it up, we always do a cocoism, I call it. It's an affirmation for the week. So if you want the miracles word included in that affirmation, whatever affirmation comes up for you right now of that you feel people would be truly helpful to practice during the week.
Wow. I don't do affirmations, so I'll have to come up with one. Who I think I am is not who I am.
Who I think I am is not who I am. For not coming up with affirmations, I think you're pretty good. Thank you so much, Diederick, for being on Coconut TV.
Coconut TV.
Coconut TV.
Where are you from?
I am from Miami, but I live in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you're the same community as, yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
that's Tom, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today with this amazing guest. I'm sure you found it helpful. And I'll see you next week with another Course in Miracles teacher and another topic. All right, everyone, take care.